Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to the messy desk. Oh my gosh, so it's mayhem. It is mayhem. And today we have music. So under here we have music. We have fabric. Under here we have fabric. We have stickers. And we are making our Mayhem patched large file card. And let's see, with a job. Okay, so I have my fabric here and I have my stickers here. And these are the items that I'm going to use for the quilted part. And then I was going to use this one, but I think, isn't somebody making a Dolly Parton journal? Let me know. Let me know if you're done. And because, you know, that's kind of really cool. On the other side, it has her song Heartbreaker. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and put that up there. But the Anne Murray one, I'm going to go ahead and we'll take that. We'll take the 2 pages of You Needed Me. And I'll put those back down here. And so they will be our file card size, okay? And what we're going to do is we are going for this size here as our size, and it can go in either direction. I think we'll go with this direction, so we can go ahead and cut that there. Let's go ahead and grab. Okay, so I'm gonna make 4 of them because that way I've got and so I'm gonna need 4 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to have that left over, which is fine. And let's see, if we come in, I think I want to go ahead and, you know what, we'll do this. That way we're not wasting any. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark it for 1. Okay. And I'm using this, it was a guest check that was in my scraps. So, and it's missing its other pieces. However, guest checks is one of my wild cards. So, so you're going to see me use guest checks throughout the journal. I went ahead and made guest checks one of my things. Okay, so there we go. We'll have that. We have that. So those are the backs of 4 of my papers. And then I need, so I've got 1, 2, 3. I need 1 more. Could use a book page. And I don't know if you notice, I'm going more generic or neutral, more neutral for this time. Okay. So, but I want to make 4 of them. So I've got 4 backs right here. And so I need to come up with a musical front because I want music on the front as well. So we'll grab another page. I'm just going to grab 1 page. Okay. And I'll go ahead and okay. So, been waiting to see what the for the for the Pope smoke before I could start filming. So we finally had the Pope smoke black, so no Pope yet. So then I was like, okay, so I have this video and I have another video ready. And then tomorrow I'm going to make the Friday freebie video, which you'll see on Friday. And so, okay, so there's my 5th one. So I've got my 4. These are going to be the backs for those. And this is going to be part of my cards. Okay, now I needed a DearJulieJulie digital, or I wanted to use one, and I didn't have any right here that were neutral, but I had this tag and I had this scrap. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add those. So we can go ahead and put those and put it behind. And I think it's going to be kind of fun to have that extra piece in there. So we'll go ahead and we'll cut that. And I did go ahead and tape it on the back because you won't see that. Okay. And so there's 3. And then we have the map, and there's a little bit of blue down here, which I think is going to be kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and come up. This is an atlas map page. I got this at the gathering, and I picked it out because it was green, but I apparently didn't end up using it. So I still have a whole box from the gathering of the green stuff that I gathered at the gathering. Okay, so I'm set up. I've got my 4 pieces. I have a map piece. Okay, I'm going to turn this direction. Okay, so that my map is in the right direction. I have DearJulieJulie Digital. I have this, and I have this. This is going to go into I have scraps of paper over here to use. Now, to make this more neutral, I wanted to go ahead and add, I'm going to add some pattern tissue to the front of it. Okay, and you could use either side. I like the green, but I don't want it to be so stark. So I have my paper ready. I'm going with the pattern tissue. That is on the list of things that we can use. So remember, we're using the papers and items from the list. Then you get to pick 3 wild cards. You get to pick 3 things that were not on the list to add. So far, I'm going to add guest checks. So, and you'll see those in tomorrow's video. Okay, so I'm just I like to use the glue stick when I do this. Let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, I'll go ahead, bring it on, put it down. I think it's going to be cool because it will give us a different texture, as well as the color. Okay, so we just go ahead and turn this over. So I'm watching the clock. I've been taking doing a Pinterest challenge. something that I've been wanting to do, and my new computer likes Pinterest. My old computer did not like Pinterest. I don't even know how to explain it. It was not fun to even do it. So, okay, so that's going to give me a lighter, I like it. It's more neutral. So if you saw yesterday's video, these ones I made on an Instagram or a video, and then these were the ones that I made in the video. Those ones are all colors. They all will work for some journals that I have coming up. And and then the day before I had done colorful ones, okay? The day before I did neutral, okay? And so if I had somebody really concerned that they're making all of these things, and I thought I stressed in the beginning that it's a mass make. So if you go neutral, and then all you need to do is, when it's time to add it to a journal, is you go ahead, add some stickers that are in the right color or theme, or something else that's the right color or theme. So, if you have this and your theme is blue, then you might go ahead and add a couple of blue things. But maybe your theme is spring, okay? So you can take this and add some springy things, okay? Add some springy things. So you're going to be able to change your neutral base, okay? By just adding the things that are going to make it, okay? Because your base includes your required elements. Okay, so here I have my music. I have my Dear Julie digital. And what else do I need for this one? I need fabric and stickers. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now I do know that since it's a file card, I'm going to want it to be thicker. So you see, I picked out neutral things. My fabrics are neutral except for that one that's really cool, and this one. So yeah, so there's that. So these are my bases. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my bases on top of some book page. Now remember, I've got book pages, right? Do you have book pages? I have so many. These are the book pages just from making the altered books last month. So we made altered books for our challenge last month. I made a video, or actually 2 videos of me folding. It took 2 videos to fold 26 different page ideas. So 26 different page ideas for altered books. And the link to that is in the description box down below. Okay, so I'm just putting glue on here. Goodbye, Anne Marie. Two. Okay, this one's got a plain piece with just a number. I'm keeping that. I like the blank pages. We don't get a lot of them. So which side do I want? I kind of like the other side. It's got a little more going on. I might cover it anyway, but okay, so this is I think it had 72 songs or something like that. Music book. and I got it at a like Goodwill or a thrift store, which is a wonderful place to get things for your junk journals. Okay, so the backs are ready, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim around them. Oh, you know what? I want to add, well, these need, if I go ahead and I make a large pocket, it's not going to matter what the words say over there, right? If I go ahead and, yeah, because they need a job, and I was going simple with a pocket for the, I'll just make it a bigger pocket. Okay, so we need all those backs. I'm going to just cut the 3 that are the required ones, and know that I'll come back and finish the other one. Okay. So we are going to be doing our Mayhem patchwork or quilted tag technique, but we are making large file cards with them. Okay, so you want to make sure that your large file card, yeah, it's large, but you want to make sure it's going to fit in a pocket. Okay, so you probably want to be like under 7.5 inches, probably, if you're doing a 9x6 journal, which is what I'm doing this time. And then you don't want to be more than like 5 inches, 5.5 inches wide. I'm at 4.5, and I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6 3/4. Perfect, I think. Okay, so there's my 3. I'm going to go ahead and put this up in my box. You know what? I am going to cut it because bloopers are included. We do leave the bloopers in so that you know that, yeah, things happen. Because of the mayhem, that's why I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I think, okay, so that gives me 4. I have 4 items over here. I have the map, the music, the Dear Julie Julie digital, and this. And I'm wondering if I go ahead and I take the map out and I put this fabric in. It's really thin. It's really thin. Okay, and you know what? We can go ahead and turn these over and put our patchwork on these. Okay, so, okay, I'm going to come back to that. Okay, but here, if we do that, then we'll have our music, our Dear Julie Julie digital, and our fabric all taken care of just like that, and all I have to add is the stickers. I kind of like that. Okay, let's make sure that it's going to fit the whole piece. Okay. I'll go ahead and cut it here. And then we'll cut it here. So this is, I love to do these patchwork things. Okay, and we have done, the very first time that we did them, we did shapes. You could do any shape that you wanted to, and I always mention it because it's one of my favorite things that we ever did. And Davina, she did a dress form, and it was stunning. So she did a dress form die cut. Okay, so what you do is you've got your 4 items. You need to have them all face up, and you're going to want them all in the same direction. Okay, the same direction. So this is going to be my file card, and I'm going to save that for something else, because I think that this is going to be amazing. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and I am going to cut straight across here. You see, I'm cutting all 4. Okay, and then we'll put it down. And I've made it so that I know what piece that is. Okay, we're going to be cutting this into 4 pieces because we have 4 pieces. Okay, so we're going to cut. So if you use 5 pieces, because you're going to make 5 of whatever, then you cut it into 5 pieces. And you probably want to do at least, let's go kind of funny. We're going to go up like that. Okay, so you see, there is my goodie. Okay, we're going to put these over here. Got the stickers so I don't forget. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to have one that's its piece, one that's its bottom piece, one that's its bottom piece. And look how cool the one that I taped together looks. I love it. Okay, so that one started here. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and come over and I'm going to start here. And then I'm going to go, oh, we're doing the same thing. Okay, let's put these up here. I have to think about this every time I do it. It's like, okay, we're counting from the bottom. Okay, so this one goes here, music goes here, and this one goes here. And we move over. So this one from the bottom, okay, and then that's extra. And then we come and we're here. Okay. From there, got that. From okay, there, we've got that. There. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, well, that one needs music, and that one needs that. Okay, so I've got 4. Now we need our 4. These are the 4 backs, and you want to make sure that they're in the direction that you want them in. And I'm going to go ahead and glue these. We have another white page. Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll put this down. Okay, and I'm going to use glue. I'm going to start with my top piece. Okay. Okay. So this is my top piece, and it goes right up here. And how cool, you're actually going to be able to see through it. And that's fine. Okay. Because you won't be able to read it, but you can see through it. That's kind of cool. Okay. Then we're going to have music. And you're going to do this on all 4 of your pieces. But I think I'm going to put a job right here on the front. Many of you know what I'm going to do, probably. It's one of my favorite things that I had started doing on these. Okay, we're going to go with this piece. Now, I'm noticing that we've got a little bit of... I'm going to go ahead and glue, make sure that that's glued down. Okay, I'm going to come back, and so this is my side. I'm going to put my finger on the side that goes on the outside. Okay, so there we go. And that is on there. Okay, now I'm going to take this one. You guys have seen me do this before, and I'm going to have it go up a little bit, and then I'm going to just put glue around these edges, the 3 places, the 3 edges. And that's part of why I went ahead and went up on the one side, but it also makes it easier to figure out where it goes. So we're going to go up, and it doesn't need to go up super far. But there we go, and I now have a pocket. Okay, so the pocket gives me I don't know if I want to use that yet, but it gives me the job. Okay, so with a job, so W/a job means with a job, and with a job means that you're adding a journaling spot. Okay, so somebody could write here. Okay, they could go ahead and write here, and now you're giving them another place to write. They're going to be able to write on something and put it in here. And again, remember, if you are you need to add your color, this is one of the places you can add your color. You guys, I backed this with, it was cardstock, and I backed it with one of the pages, the chapter part of the page. Okay, so there we go. And so we're going to continue and do that for all 4. Okay, we're back. We have our 4 patchwork large file cards. Now, a large file card also needs a tab, okay? But we've used our music, our Dear Julie Julie digital, and our fabric, and we have our file card with a job. Now, we need to go ahead, and these need a tab, and I'm going to use what we've got hanging out around here. So we've got this piece, and so if we go ahead and fold this over, okay, and that came from the Dear Julie Julie piece. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. And this is the shorter side, so I'm going to go ahead and staple it from the shorter side. And then you'll be able to, if you want to, and come in and add a word, You know, depending on what your theme is, you might have bird nest, and you can add that. Okay, we still need to add our stickers. Okay, this one we'll go ahead and the one thing I've found is you don't want them to go too far over, okay? Because then they end up out in with the edges, and you might not want that. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna cut this one in half. Okay, so at the point of where you are, and your file piece can go wherever you want it to go. I think I'm going to put this one down here. This is the shorter side. Oh, of course. Of course. We must add staples. Of course. Do we have any? There they are. So if you have, or you don't have, this is a tiny attacher, Tim Holtz ideology, one of his tools. Amazing, because they are tiny. The staples are tiny, and you have a pretty good neck there. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this one because I can see where I want it. Okay, so you do, a file card would have a tab. Okay, so you're going to make sure your file card, your large file cards have a tab. Okay, and so depending on what your mayhem is, we'll decide what you are putting on your in your quilting, or you're on your file card. Now you might decide that you want to add a pocket back here as your but there we go. I've got 4 large file cards. I just need to add stickers, and I do know that one of these is going into a purple journal because my journal is purple. So I'm going to look for sticker that is purple. Okay. And I'm going to add it right down here. And on this one, it looks really cool because of all that happening because of the covered guest check. Okay. But there's the purple there. And then maybe if I have something purple, I might add some purple over here. I could just do a sliver. Just a sliver. We won't even notice it's missing, right? Well, we might notice. Okay. But stickers was my other item that I needed on here. Okay, and then you can use other things to get you your color. You could add, anyway, I think we're going to keep it plain, keep it simple, okay? there's my large file card. And then let's see. And you don't have to put your sticker on the pocket. You can put it wherever you want to put it. Okay. I have this one that's got like a little, it's got a rose. And I'm going to put that one here. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it a second. These, Crystal had given me these. And it, oh, oops. Scared me. I see what I did there. Okay. Okay. I love it. I love it. And then come over here, and do we want to put a number with this one? I think we can give it the number 1. Now this this one, we don't know what color we're doing there. Oh, wow. Oh, the tape is on the top. Okay. I'm going to come over. And you want them to touch. Okay. That's how your collages work best, when they touch. So if you notice and you're looking at your thing and you're like going, yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's not right, then you need to bring in something that will make it so that they will come together and touch. Okay, another thing is you might need your, it might be so busy. Yeah, there we go. Okay, because these are, I did not get it over enough. So there we go. Okay, so that's my purple one. That'll go in my journal that I'm working on. There's that one. Let's see. This one, be a little more generic. Okay, we do have blue. We're doing the blue journal, kind of like that we just passed. Okay, mushrooms. There's a blue tag. There's a blue, it's got a butterfly. The tiny little bunnies. They're so cute. And it's a blue like the door was. I think that this is going to be good. Okay. And so come up, and it can come across like that. Okay, and then this one, totally generic. And you saw I put those all on the guest check, but it doesn't need to go on the guest check. Okay, I'm going to go with this one right here. It's got a little butterfly. Okay, so it has stickers. We have stickers. We have music. We have our Dear Julie Julie digital. We have fabric. So fabric, stickers. Let's see. Music, fabric, stickers. Music, fabric, stickers. Dear Julie Julie digital. And we have 4 of them. We needed 3. We have the one that will be for the journal that I'm working on right now. And they are a Mayhem patched large file card with a job. And its job is right here. We've given it a little pocket. I need to, oh, that one could go in here. Okay. That one could go in. Because I need to, some of them, they've got printed on both sides. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll do this. Add this. I don't know if I'm going to, we'll go on this side. If I'm going to add distressing. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. 4 patchwork file cards. And we did it in we call it the Mayhem technique. And so, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I think it is, it's one of my favorite things to do. And have you done it before? Oh, we might want to add the numbers to the others. Okay, so yeah, so tomorrow our Friday freebie fun day will be a premiere, and so I hope you'll come and watch that. There will be a chat, so you guys can hang out in the chat. The freebie will be available at patreon.com/DearJulieJulie. There's already over a year's worth. You can find some of the older ones at buymeacoffee.com/DearJulieJulie. I don't put them there anymore, but the ones that we've done before are there and resident and waiting for you to come and grab them and enjoy. Okay, so every Friday, usually we have a live on Friday, and we play with the Friday freebie, and I come up with an idea using it. Sorry that we'll miss it this week. I'm excited that I get to see the grandbaby and her big sister Izzy. So yeah, okay, there you go. We've got file cards, large file cards with a job, using music, fabric, stickers, and a Dear Julie Julie digital. Of course, I can use other things from out of the list, but I think that these turned out really cool. What do you think? And what mayhem did you end up for the large file card? Because we're all using different things, unless you're just following along and using what I had. You can go ahead, and I like to go ahead and use the corner rounder on the edge where the card is probably going to go into the journal. So this is my favorite with a job for these, is using that last piece and making it into a pocket. I think that is a really fun way of doing them. So do you do that? Do you do the pocket and then just, because it's up about 3/8 of an inch, and then you just cut that 3/8 of an inch off the bottom, and who's gonna know? Okay, there we go. Interesting that they are so neutral, right? We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, and we've got 4. Let's just go ahead and do that. Have an amazing day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. Patreon live craft and chat, 1 o'clock, Zoom. Your Zoom information is in the Patreon. So you'll just type in that address, type in the password, and join us. And we can't wait to see you there. That's Sapphire, Rubies, Diamond, Emerald, Pearl, and Topaz Patreons. You're all invited. See you there. That's the $5 level and up, okay? Bye-bye. Bye.